All right. How's it going?
Woo! Elon buys Twitter, and the entire world loses their freaking minds. Oh, it's just so much yumminess. This is great.
Hello, guys. Hello, friends. How's it going? Are you enjoying the delicious?
Woo! Yes, I am. I would enjoy it a lot more, Elon, if you could unban my Twitter account so I can troll the shit out of these people.
We
That'd be much funnier.
talk about that. I was trying to set up I was trying to set up a Twitter account for the for this YouTube channel, right? Which, you know, I would be in charge of, but Spoon would help me run, being my co-host. And it just would not let us make. I tried my new phone number. I tried burner numbers I have. My real number that's not tied to anything would not let me make a new Twitter account. So I think Twitter was actually just. I think we just picked a really bad day. We picked a really bad day trying to make a new Twitter account, right? I think that was a lot of shitting and pissing and seething and coping. And
that doesn't just describe people who work at Twitter.
I know, it's Slum Guy Nikki for 10 out the gate. Thank you, sis. Today it's a great effing day. It is a great effing day. Now, hang on. I know it's fun. We shouldn't get too excited because I don't really think Elon's necessarily going to change anything. I'm just happy because I'm enjoying the salt.
How dare you insult a South African in his dreams? I still have no idea what he's going to do, actually.
I don't think he's going to necessarily do anything, but
he's going to troll more people.
Yeah, he likes to troll, but
yes.
I don't think that he's gonna be like even though he keeps saying he likes free speech, but I'm just not like positive that it's gonna necessarily mean anything. I do want to.
Do you have little faith in your corporate monarch? I expect more from you.
We don't have to watch this together. Just play this real quick. We get a chance. It's very important.
What am I being linked? Oh, sorry.
No, I just sent you a video. It's related. I'm just enjoying.
Oh, I gotta set we'll watch it together now.
No. This is like 10 seconds. Just play it.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Delicious. Oh, the salt. It must flow.
Oh crap! Screw. I'll just leave it.
Oh, it's so funny.
Fuck it. Hold on. Let me see. That's only 10 seconds long. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Oh, I have seen this. This is a great video.
It to you. Oh, jeez. But
by the way, you don't actually think that's that big until it zooms out fully.
I know.
And you're like, holy shit, that's actually an enormous.
I do think right now what we're dealing with, though, is an industrial accident.
Oh my god, yes. Dude. But as funny as this is, the main thing I'm concerned with is going to be the reaction of the state.
Oh, obviously. Well, we can get into that immediately.
The cathedral is going into emergency mode right now.
Yeah, they sure are.
Yes.
They're having a real
all over the Western world. Like, oh my god, we have to protect our oligarchy. I mean, democracy. Same thing.
Well,
yeah, everyone knows if you have to hide information from the people and also profess you are for free speech, you're not a democracy and you're not for free speech.
No, obviously not.
No, of course not. Yeah, that's always to us because we're sane and based and we pay attention. But to the vast majority of plebs, not so much. Speaking of plebs, all the people on Twitter, it's just I hope you enjoy the rough ride because if Elon brings back Trump, I don't think he'll actually come back though.
But I'm very suspicious. We've talked about it before, but I
don't see him coming back, to be honest. Like he's gonna reason to.
No, and he's doing this Truth Social thing, even though I don't think that
it's not gonna take off. No, because people just go back to Twitter now that Elon is in charge of
it. Yeah, I don't know.
You don't think so?
I think that Trump's doing his own thing now. Which I don't think he probably should in this case. I think he should go back to Twitter. And I think Trump really wants to be back on Twitter, to be completely honest. But I don't Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, the problem with that too is that it gives Democrats a nice distraction, right? They can be like, "Oh, look," because again, I think that they all wanted to ban Trump because, did you mute us? Did I mute? Can people hear, or is there a problem? Oh, okay. Um, what's up? Is it going through? Everything's I can hear you. Yeah, I don't understand. Is there something on OBS? Oh, okay. It's just you, Spoon. Oh my god. Oh my god. You fucking freaks me out every time.
I
Okay.
had food in my mouth. That's why I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to talk through my mouth. It's kind of gross.
Fucking mind your damn business, eating some damn fruit.
I'm sorry. I'm hungry. I'm in a good mood now. I need a
then
lot
you
of energy.
scared me, and I was like,
I need
oh
a lot
no.
of I need a lot of energy currently right now to sustain all of this giddiness as Elon's mere existence is triggering the shit out of every leftist in the entire world right now. It's not boomer audio. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, it's a bit boomer. Anyway.
This is going to be a difficult one to get any people on because there's like so many people streaming right now.
Oh, well, whatever. I mean, everyone's just having a fun time. Let's just hang out, have a good time. We can have a good time here. You got a good time wherever, man.
It's you sound like such a hippie right now.
What? Have a good time wherever. It's a interesting moment in internet history. That's all I'll say.
Oh,
is it
God,
good?
yes.
Is it bad? I don't know. It's an interesting. We're standing at the precipice, probably of something. Also, Paleo-Angloism for £5. Hey, man, nice to see you. Says at the very least, the U.S. government is going to have to go back to old reliable state regulation to affect Twitter now. Yeah, and Spoon, you have something on that, right?
Which
with Jen Psaki.
Oh yeah, if we look at this ridiculous wench.
If you're not familiar with what Section 230 is, at this point, I hope a lot of people are, but just to reiterate what it is that Section 230 is this stipulation that basically allows publishers to not be punished, publishers on the internet, to not be punished for the things that individual people post on them. It's a really important law, generally speaking, because it allows websites to not be held accountable for the things that individual members post. It's the only reason sites like Facebook, like that Twitter, that any forum on the internet can exist is because of Section 230 protections. Now, the left has generally been very much in favor of Section 230 protections because it allows them to let people say crazy shit. Get by. But all of a sudden, on the turn of a hat, on the turn of a dime, now Jen Psaki doesn't seem so happy, so down with Section 230 that would allow these giant, media platforms to not be held responsible for the posting of their users. And by the way, I'm very much in favor of Section 230. It's the only way that websites like this can exist, because otherwise, anytime somebody posts something defamatory, let's say, on Twitter or wherever, then the website can be sued for that. Well, that's just ridiculous. But if you want to play Psaki's little shit here, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Let me just pull this up over here. Let's see what this ridiculous redheaded bitch has to say. Or rather what she's been asked. You know he's gonna talk shit. Anyway, I'll press play now.
The misinformation about COVID amounts to a public health crisis.
Yeah. Bitch, why are you focusing on COVID right now? No one gives a shit about the coof.
I'm wondering, regardless of ownership, would the White House be interested in working with Twitter like it has in the past to continue to combat this kind of misinformation?
No. Elon, I swear to God, if you sell your soul out and fucking work with these Yanks, I'm gonna be pissed at you.
Are we in a different part of the pandemic where that kind of partnership is?
We're not in the pandemic anymore. The only pandemic is that we're gonna be overwhelmed with leftist tears.
No longer necessary.
There it is.
Well, I think we engage regularly with all social media platforms.
So let's be clear about what's happening here.
that has continued, and I'm sure it will continue. But there are also reforms that we think Congress could take, and we would support taking, including reforming Section 230, enacting antitrust reforms, requiring more transparency, and the president is encouraged by the bipartisan support for or engagement in those efforts.
By the way, I think this would be a really good indication if they push 230 reforms over before the midterms. If there's any Republicans that vote for the reform, it would be an instant red dot on their forehead, like, you are to be getting purged immediately.
Well, I don't know. I mean, dude,
that would be my take. Like, anyone who's in favor from that, I would instantly purge you from Congress with force if necessary.
Yeah, I just find this, it's absolutely fascinating, right? That, and this is, of course, when they're doing it, because even these losers know, right, that if they just come out and say, we can't let Elon have Twitter because that's where we do all of our propaganda. No, it's where it's a
propaganda outlet, yeah.
Yes, it's and
now it's under new
part of the U.S. government, an arm of the U.S. government apparatus.
Yeah, absolutely.
To show propaganda and to make sure that dissenting voices are not heard. I, again, want to make clear that the New York Post and any posting of the Hunter Biden laptop story, which has all now been confirmed by the New York Times and other outlets, was banned from Twitter and Facebook. The New York Post itself, one of the oldest newspapers in the country, was banned and not allowed to post on Twitter, and they banned any coverage of the story. Yep. The idea that they wouldn't be able to have that kind of power absolutely terrifies them. So that's why you have immediately, the second this happens, Jen Psaki comes out and is all of a sudden talking about reforming Section 230 for what? Oh, for COVID misinformation.
It is also going to hurt Facebook as well, by the way.
Oh, of course.
Which would be funny.
Uh-huh.
So listen, can I tell you the first joke that came to mind?
What?
Is who are they protecting now, the South African or the Jew?
What?
Because they're gonna hurt the Jew if they go after.
You mean that they're gonna hurt people who have financial investments in Twitter?
Jews.
Oh my God.
What?
Some yes, surely some yes.
Zuckerberg is Jewish.
Zuckerberg's Facebook.
Yes, but he's also a Jew.
God damn it, dude.
What?
But
I don't know why you're so scared of just saying, "Hey, look, the Jews own a lot of weird shit." Like they do.
I don't think there's a problem with it. They should.
No, but I think your nervous giggle makes me think like
yes,
saying
because it's very because you.
I don't give a crap.
I don't want to be accused of anything.
Of what, being anti-Semitic?
I've been accused of that a lot. Don't worry.
You've been more accused of it than I am, so I don't know what do you think. What do you think is going to happen? Like, oh my God, look at Aiden's friggin' streaming partner is more anti-Jewish than her. Is that what you think is going to happen?
Well, I just saying, I don't.
Anyone who thinks this is a moron who's never watched any of my shit, because I actually say the Jews do things better than most people.
Let's just say that there are people with the financial interest in Twitter. Although as soon as I saw the Twitter stock immediately went up. The second that it was finished, it actually went up.
What, Twitter's?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because it has a competent investor now, and it has a new ownership, and Elon has proven himself to be a very good business owner. So if you put someone with highly astute business acumen into a company, guess what people think? Oh, look, the company might be going places. It isn't going to suck complete dick now because a decent person is behind the wheel.
Yeah,
naturally, of course, white South African.
Well, they were all saying, we'll have to see. So many people for a long time were saying that, well, they tried that poison pill, right? If that had worked, I don't know what happened with the poison pill. I'm guessing that
Elon swallowed it and shit it out.
No, I'm guessing he got into contact, because that's what I was hearing last week, was that he was getting into contact with private stock owners and just being like, what do you want? I'll pay you. Trust me, if they keep it. Anyone who knows how to invest saw what Twitter did and was like, well, this stock's about to tank and become worthless. So I might as well sell it now anyway. Right?
Yeah.
So they sold, I guess, basically what Twitter saw is that he was going to buy it by force, and he could either buy out a bunch of stock from private stockholders, or they could just agree to the sale. and that's how they make the most money instead of the private stockholders. And now hopefully everyone will benefit, because I highly doubt that the screaming banshees on Twitter actually will affect its stock, right?
Someone just said the comment about the Jews is starting to gather a crowd.
God damn it.
I am pro-Jews, by the way. I don't mind the state of Israel. Although, I'm going to be honest, the state of Israel definitely has some shady shit going about it.
There's some shady shit. I'll put it that way.
There's a lot of shady shit about the state of Israel. Although, I'm not going to pretend that Palestine doesn't do a lot of stupid shit, too.
Yeah, of course.
Let's be brutally honest. Also, by the way, the Iron Dome, that defensive mechanism, looks fucking cool as shit. Like,
I forget how many millions of dollars it costs to operate it for like 5 minutes. It's insane.
Who cares? You can print money out of nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it is a very impressive piece of military technology. I agree.
It's pretty cool to see it. Like, holy man.
Go off like, whoa.
Yeah, I did once see a video like, that's what you pay for? That's like watching a fireworks display. It's actually pretty cool.
The U.S. government's paying for a lot of it too, just to be clear.
That means you.
Yeah, well, I still am, because I still pay taxes in the U.S. So it's still, I still pay for it to some degree.
By the way,
well,
for the record, I support the Jews and the Asians probably more than my own race, which is probably kind of bad.
What does that mean?
It means that I'm a very bad white supremacist. Like, I kind of suck at it, actually.
Well, yeah.
But what do you think is going to be his next move?
I don't know.
I imagine he'll unblock Trump.
No, I don't actually think he will.
No, he will.
I mean, that's
Trump
the big question.
Come back.
Well, were you able to get that Bloomberg article up where that's of course the operative question right now? Oh, I was able to get up too, right? Yeah. Okay.
Trump's megaphone beckons
by
with
Mark
buzz. Over a comeback. No one is buzzing about this. Only people who are buzzing about this are insane leftists who think that some crazy shit is going to kick off.
Who are freaking out, and Spoon and I have collected some tweets from the last couple hours.
The Patricia in the chat is calling me. Listen here. If our race can stop being so damn gay and actually grow a backbone and go back to, how can I say this politely? Old colonial ways, then I will support the people of Europe. But until you can stop being a bunch of gay F-words and kick out people like Macron, then you
I was about
suck.
to say France. France is not going well. Again, like, there was such a smear campaign that happened against Macron, or that against Le Pen, that's happened for years. Her dad was associated with an actual sort of white nationalist, like somewhat pro-neo-Nazi group, if I understand it correctly. I think that even too, I might even have bought into the bullshit. But she got smeared with that.
Until the whole of
really
Europe
bad.
is overrun by like Viktor Orbáns, then I'll start giving a shit.
Yeah.
Because that is the only way I see this ending well. Old colonial ways, nicely put. Thank you.
Serious Dan, why does the left hate Elon so much? Because he's a threat to their hegemony. That's all.
Yes.
It's just because he's a threat to their total control of everything, really. And they can't buy him. It's the same reason they hated Trump.
Yes,
they can't buy him off. I mean, as far as we know, at least so far, he hasn't been able to been bought. But so yeah,
I think
that's why I think they hate him so
because,
much. They can't own him.
I saw a video where a guy who used to work from at SpaceX, and he said every decision that Elon makes brings him closer to Mars. That's like the main key focus point that he sees everything through. So I think for him, it's I want to have a government that gives me the most amount of deregulation that I can literally fire more rockets.
Which is going to be libertarian leaning, of course. And
yes,
I think he's a Lolbert.
Yes. He himself has called himself like a socialist in some regards. I don't quite know what that means
I don't know what it means
of Elon
either.
Musk, if I'm being honest. I want to see what he actually does, because I like that that in his lifetime he has managed to make government obsolete. Like, he managed to make NASA obsolete. It's like, I will do a better job than you. You've been around for like God knows how many years, and I'm going to make a company in a couple of years and then rival you in like half a century of work. It's like, fucking go nuts. And he did it better. So yeah.
Yeah, all I'm saying is just have to be.
What's up, Alex?
Hello. You have to be skeptical. You have to be very skeptical about. Again, Elon, you can't do with Elon what a lot of people did with Trump, which is, save us, daddy, that kind of stuff.
Give him some time.
Well, all I'm saying is, don't get your hopes up. Musk is a liberal, I think. I just don't know, where he falls in that. And I think, yeah, he has proposed a carbon tax. And yes, SpaceX did get a lot of government subsidies. You're right with that, Furious Dan.
He did pay them back, though.
Well, also, he pays more taxes than anyone else, right?
Yeah.
So, I just, to me, is that... Yeah, be skeptical, and that's why though, Dan. It's because he can't be bought. Because you would think that they would love him, considering he's the one who not just mainstreamed the electric car, but made it cool. He made electric cars cool and desirable, and also just made them look cool and made people want to buy them. People didn't want to buy electric cars beforehand.
This was literally
the. Which? Okay. Yeah. Well, they either drive a Tesla or wish they owned one. So, I mean, it's what again, I don't think they actually disagree with him on most things. They just, well, I don't know. I came across a tweet from, is this real? I guess it is. He tweeted, if this is real, I don't know. It's hard to tell now with some of this stuff. I don't trust if this is real or not. Goddamn, I've had really bad allergies all day, guys. Pronouns suck. Love you, but it says Grimes response, love you, but turn off your phone or give me a call. I cannot support hate. Please stop this. I know this isn't your heart. If that's real, let's find out if that's real. Hang on. Let's find out if that's real.
No, it's coughing. That's why I muted.
Oh, okay. No, I was just saying,
No, I'm not eating anymore. I was eating a couple of minutes ago. I'm okay. Jeez, the bowl of fruit isn't that fucking big.
I don't know if that's real or not, though. Let's see. Twitter search. Let's find out. Is that a real tweet? Because I don't trust the person who posted it. I
don't think so.
Probably not. It's funny.
Although I do think what the person says looks real.
Hang on. It's fine. I just found it while browsing Twitter.
But would Elon say pronouns suck? I hope so.
That's fine, then.
Pronouns do suck, by the way.
Yeah, let's see if this is real. Yeah, it is.
Oh, it gets real?
It's real. I just don't know if the Grimes response is real. The tweet is real.
Oh my god, it actually is real. I'll be damned.
I don't... If the Grimes response is real, I'm not sure if... I don't know about that, but that tweet is correct.
The top one is fuck off.
It's Elon Strong,
undoubtedly by some absolute twat.
Elon Strong?
I don't know who that is.
Oh.
No, don't give a crap.
Hide your dog. Don't worry about it.
His hair is dyed, therefore I assume he's gay.
No, he's like Elon Strong's been on the right side of things in terms of the right side of politics, somewhat right. Just I don't want to get into I don't want to get into the long history. No, his hair definitely
screams fag. Also, he's wearing a NASA shirt. That's anti-Elon, as far as I'm concerned.
No, I don't have a problem with Elon Strong personally. He's never done anything bad to me in any way. But a lot of people think he's a grifter. A lot of people really don't like him. And there's some sussy stuff that I don't want to get into. Anyway, I'm surprised you don't know who Elon Strong is.
Because I don't spend all my time on the internet looking at all these drama fags.
It's not drama. He's a journalist.
Are you trying to tell me that most of our freaking drama does not come from journalists? Like, what will you live in, Hayden?
True.
All of our drama comes from journalists.
Speaking of journalists,
Someone just
Where
said
is the
Aiden
one
has the
from?
coof and the giggles. Spoon is eating in the middle of the stream, just the average day around here. Yeah, that's actually kind of true.
I actually don't have COVID. I just it's right now it's just allergies. It's really I keep taking like I have to pop like a fucking antihistamine like every freaking hour and a half.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Someone in the chat says he is a grifter.
Stinks. I mean that's the claim. And I've seen some evidence for it. But
I don't grift,
but
by the way. All of my
speaking of
opinions are
email
legit.
strong and speaking of grifters though, he did find this tweet, which I'm sure is real, since he's reposting it. If you want to put this up.
Oh yeah, this one is.
We did cover this woman extensively. Was it last week?
Yeah.
Taylor Lorenz. Let me know when you got it up.
There we go. Taylor Lorenz is urging her followers to go back to Twitter. Now, go back to Tumblr, sorry. Now that Elon Musk owns Twitter.
Right.
You do realize these people are going to do absolutely fuck all.
No, I think they're just going to sit on Twitter and screech.
Yes.
And read.
Which is really funny because that's what everyone wants them to do.
I guess so. I
mean,
mean,
have a salt mine.
I mean, that's what it is right now. That's what it is right now. It's pretty hilarious just to watch how incredibly angry a lot of people on Twitter are, and I just love. It's beautiful that comes from Taylor Lorenz.
Yeah.
Who recently got exposed as being such a piece of shit. I mean, again, lady, your entire life is being a Twitter journalist and getting rid of libs of TikTok. So hopefully, I would say that libs of TikTok. I mean, I think are they still around? But I mean, you can't undo the doxing that happened there, can you?
No,
but yeah, you should go back. You should freaking go back to Tumblr, Taylor.
What's the reply
That's where you belong.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
But yeah, go back to Tumblr. I mean, that was the whole reason. You know why Tumblr fell apart?
Maybe they can start MySpace because they took off the porn.
That's it, yeah. And you can still post porn on Twitter. That's it. That really is the only reason that all the lefties fled from Tumblr to Twitter. Twitter used to be somewhat usable, and then Tumblr was like, no porn, and then all of the obnoxious teenagers and lefty people left Tumblr to come be on Twitter and basically took it over, more or less overnight. Ended up buying it and doing all like, well, becoming in charge of it, putting themselves into positions of power, and deciding that, well, now that we're in positions of power, we're going to make sure that you don't have any free speech.
I did show Aiden a funny video of this girl who is standing at it's at like a 30-degree angle to the camera. Now, if you happen to know what an SS uniform looks like, you will instantly know that this girl is wearing an SS uniform because you can see the eagle and the swastika logo on her freaking forehead. Yes, right. But she's standing at an angle to hide the swastika armband, and she's trolling this fat chick who says that she takes care of herself, and the girl is
it's a really heavy, really, really fat lady.
Yes.
And she's sitting there, I think, bleaching or dyeing her hair, I'm not really sure. And she's like, you should... And the girl in the Nazi uniform just goes, you should take care of yourself in this meek kind of voice. And she's like, what do you think I'm doing right now? I'm dyeing my hair. And then...
I ate, I worked out. What do you expect me to do?
I worked out, yeah. And of course, she's like, I worked out today for 10 minutes or something. And then the girl just turns over. Because clearly the fat lady doesn't... Oh, because she said, I love your cosplay, by the way.
Yeah, that's literally the first thing she said, which tells you she doesn't know what the hell this chick is
wearing.
No,
and that's why then she just turns over and shows off the armband, and the fat lady just loses her mind and freaks out. This is on Omegle, I think. It was pretty funny.
just
screech. Yeah, actually screams in horror.
So post the video on Discord. Okay, hold on.
You sent it to me on Discord, didn't you?
Yes, I'll post it in general chat. Hold on.
It's pretty funny.
If I can find the damn video.
It's up in the conversation somewhere.
No, I'm trying. It's saved on. Well, I did download it. I don't know where the hell is it now. Why can I not find this? I am upset with myself.
It's in our conversation. Just scroll up enough.
Is it?
Yeah, you sent it to me. Remember?
I do, but I shared it to you with the download folder. That's I'm pissed that I can't see it now.
Oh, actually, maybe you didn't send it to me, because I don't see it now.
Oh, no, here it is.
Okay.
I'm just... So for those of you that are in the general chat...
Yeah, we're on Discord.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, speaking of which, I'll show the Discord again if you want to come in.
The Nazi girl is actually pretty cute. And someone is going to clip that out of context.
Well, I mean... there's
you
also
can, I don't mind.
I know you don't mind. But
so what someone's going to say, oh, Spoon likes a Nazi chick. Like, okay.
I mean, she is quite cute, to be fair.
It's better than liking the LGBT rhino above.
I was going to say, like, completely in comparison, you know, it's just like, oof.
Yeah. How do you not see the giant eagle on her freaking hat? Like, it's the first thing I noticed, like, that is an SS uniform from a mile off.
Is historically illiterate. That's why.
Yeah, but it's just so mind-boggling to me, because when I saw this, the first thing I noticed is the giant eagle on her hat. Like, that is an SS uniform, I can tell from a mile off.
Yeah, anyone who is not historically illiterate could recognize it, but
Of course, it's a sexy uniform.
I'm just saying, well, yeah, I mean, Hugo Boss was very good at designing uniforms. But the point is that these people who are so terrified of Nazis to the point where they will literally scream at the sight of the Nazi armband, can't even recognize
thing on the side.
An SS uniform. It's just can't. I mean, well,
I wonder if she got that just to troll.
I don't think it's easy to buy that kind of costume, just guessing. My guess would be it's probably difficult to find someone who would sell that to you. You know what I mean?
You would probably be surprised. You'd probably find one on eBay.
I mean, you think maybe if it's like, hey, I'm just into historical reenactment.
Let's see, can we find one on eBay? I'm totally gonna...
Oh my god, now we're going down a weird rabbit hole.
Hold on.
I'm in such a good mood tonight. Again, you know.
Is there
not trying to get too excited. I just want at this point again, it's mostly about the it's about the.
Oh yeah, actually there is one over here.
Oh wow, you found one on eBay?
Yeah.
Yeah, but probably on a
ceremonial guard uniform.
I bet on Etsy. Can you do it? I don't want to do this on my regular. I'm an incognito tab for this. Let's see, because I always showed you the new Cold Ones episode where they bought shit from Etsy. Let's see, SS uniform.
I didn't think that the stream would go down this route, by the way.
Yeah, I know, it's gone in a weird direction.
You have to admit though, the Nazi uniform. Here's the thing: as much as I may hate the crappy leftists for the commie or fascist ways, there's a couple of things to admire from them as far as like aesthetic goes. Like, because like the Third Reich buildings look freaking cool.
Boss. Again, it's Hugo Boss. It's a sleek design. I can't find one on Etsy. So like that's where you'd probably go if you want to have one custom made. But
the fact that people say you don't need context quotes from me, that is worrying. Because if you can just hear anything what I say and it is just that blanket statement that you can take it to the bank, that's kind of worrying. If I can, I'm not that blunt. Jesus Christ. I'm just genuinely curious. Can you actually buy like a cosplay uniform? Because that one looks actually pretty cool.
Like I said, I didn't think you'd be able to buy one because I just imagined.
I didn't think you would be able to either, actually.
I'm shocked that they're on eBay. Again, who knows?
But okay, something you would notice. You can have the basic black uniform, but you're not going to find the swastika. Like that's something.
Yeah, I think
that's some shit you're gonna have to get custom made.
That. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Scotch bacon. We were talking about a video, and I was saying, I don't know where you get an SS uniform. Because it was implied to be cosplay. You can get cosplay on eBay, but not normally the cosplay I've looked up on eBay before, just saying. Also, eBay cosplay always fucking sucks. It's always the lowest quality shit.
I wonder, is there anything... Like, can you buy a communist uniform? I imagine this must be easy to buy that one.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh yeah, first one, Bulgarian Communist Army uniform, Colonel Brigade. Yes. Well, there's a fair few of these ones.
Of course.
And why is it always Bulgarian? What the hell? Why is this all this
Bulgaria?
Yes. Okay, there's an East Germany Communist uniform. But why are they all Bulgarian? What the? I'm not on a Bulgarian VPN. What the fuck? Bulgaria? Do you guys have a lot of like communist gear you want to like off lift?
I have no idea.
That's so not the one phrase I'm looking for.
Oh my god.
Offload, sorry. Bulgarian, like, why is there so many? Okay. For a second, I thought that said 3,700. Like, Jesus Christ, that's a lot
That's
for
pretty
uniform.
pricey.
Yeah, it's 37. Wow, why is
we're
it much
supposed to read
Bulgarian?
that fucking Bloomberg article. Oh, because that was my whole point. Is that
Nazis?
well, I mean, maybe to get a little bit back on track.
Someone find me an SS uniform.
Oh, Paleo Angloism also says why more Republic officer uniforms are good for making historically illiterate people screech. I can only imagine.
Oh my god, is there actually one? Let's see.
I don't know if there is one, but I can only imagine how and like. Well, I although I don't know, I thought we were all cool with the swastika and the wolf spangle now, since since Azov Battalion used them. Not we here, but I'm saying I've seen.
Yeah.
Some of the coverage is like, here's this, brave Ukrainian soldier, and it's like I remember in one picture it was a woman and she's got a swastika and a wolf spangle on her uniform, and it's like, and the Western media was like, oh, this is so beautiful and brave. I'm like, if this was anywhere else, you'd get real upset about that image, but all of a sudden you got the blinders on, you can't figure it out, I guess.
Oh, there's actually a website for them. Wehrmacht.es. World War
God.
II uniform. No, it isn't just them. It's all of the World War.
It is for probably historical reenactment.
Yeah. Well, it's
also,
called Wehrmacht, by the way. So.
Right. Slavkai Nikki for 5 says, I know a Native American guy who collects 1940s uniforms. Apparently he wore it for Halloween in high school. Bro, that's really cool.
Oh yeah, here it is. Check it out.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Wehrmacht.es. Estonia, yeah.
That's actually a cool looking officer suit, I'm not gonna lie. Like, say what you want about the Nazis, they had some style. Their ideology was a bit gay. I mean, purging the Jews, like,
yeah.
Of all of the ways that you can use your resources, like killing people is probably, like, you used to kill people by like dropping bombs on them. Why the hell would you gas them? I mean, this is for the warfare. This is like for the invading other countries. I don't mean just like, before people just think I'm saying like is being advocating for like just blowing up the Jews up with weaponry. No, that's not what I'm trying to say.
No, I'm looking at this. How much do those cost? I can't see it from here.
Yeah, 89.
That's not bad at all. Wow, I'm shocked. Also, Patricia's Fun Convent says in Germany you can now buy Wolfspangle Ukraine flags. That's so fucked, dude. That's so scuffed.
Oh, here's a proper one.
Goddamn. Anon 44
Felt Muzzler M32 uniform for officers, yeah.
It says they own about. Yeah, we probably should stop talking about it because Patricia's is here from Germany, and this is bad things to look at in Germany.
What?
You're not allowed to even like look at this kind of shit in Germany, dude.
Listen here, let me explain something to you guys, okay? Your countries were so cool, even your most totalitarian horror shit show still had cool uniforms. That's how cool Germany actually is. Like, even when you do things horrible, you still look swanky while doing them.
I was rewatching because I was when I was finishing the script for my video, watching the classic
the full
Are We the
Soviet
Baddies clip.
Hold on, let me see that.
The first Are We the Baddies clip, and I realized I'd never actually seen beyond the end of Hans, Are We the Baddies? I've never seen past that, and it's already way like the parts afterwards are really, really funny as well. This is always where I've stopped. Is that the meme?
So lonely, you can come following the usual security measures against the virus.
I feel like that we've taken the stream in a weird direction. It's like Elon buys Twitter, and yet now we're over here. I mean, that would be pretty cool to. I mean, it's interesting again, but you're gonna get in big trouble. Yeah, how to get put on a list exactly. Well, the nurse costume probably. Again, the nurse costume probably fine, or uniform. Yeah, you get like freaking dripped out, like oh shit, what's his name? Zukul. You get like absolutely dripped out like Zukul. You gotta get your million different medals. No, I am Shadowran, the Naked Truth. I am extremely anti-fascism. That's actually why I became supportive of monarchy. Was in part to be heavily anti-fascism because I find fascism to be incredibly disgusting as an ideology, and doesn't work well, much like communism. Yeah, they do. The brutalism, yeah. I like some brutalist art I like. Shall we please get back to the Bloomberg article? Shall we please get back to the Bloomberg article? I'm a little bit worried about being put on a list, yeah. as foobar freak. That's true. I mean, it is ridiculous that you have to be worried about shit like that at all. I know. well. Oh, I didn't know Shadowran. My bad. Again, you can just tell that I'm getting very nervous about showing the
You're fine.
Nazi stuff.
It's only jackets, for God's sakes.
I know.
I'm not here looking up certain symbols or anything. You barely even saw a swastika. By the way, the Nazi eagle is cool. I'm just gonna say that. Like, the eagle design itself does look pretty cool.
Well, again, to quote that bit, it's like, what?
Yeah, it's cool.
Why is there a skull on our uniform?
Because they're threatening.
Yeah, exactly. Paleo-Angloism, fascism, like communism, can only come about through democratic liberalism. Precisely, it's exactly what.
That sounds like
Lenin. Yeah, that's exactly what Lenin said about it, and I'm prone to agree. But not just him. I mean, even if you go back and look at the stages of government, you're only going to get those kinds of.
Or the Mad Monarchist.
Or the Mad Monarchist argues that as well.
That was a great website, actually.
Back to Bloomberg. Back to Elon Musk. It's just a small segue to look at some friendship windmills.
Friendship.
It's just a happy windmill.
God, that sounds like some faggy crap the LGBT would call like pro windmill.
Well, that's what Rat King called it. So.
No, but I know Rat King is fine. He's alright. Someone said, "Okay, Eden, you need a sexy scientist or nurse costume for Halloween." Yeah, so go as an SS uniform. Oh God.
Sexy scientist. I don't know what
Democracy requires more educated people. Yeah, that's the fucking problem. Whereas monarchy just requires one to be educated.
Right. You only need one or a couple of people, which unfortunately also leads to oligarchy, which can also be a problem. But with monarchy, you only need one you need a couple of people to educate the monarch as well, right?
Yes. So, there's a better chance of that happening than a majority being educated.
Right, but you need just a small number of people.
Money.
Precisely. And you're never going to get, just because of the basic factor of cognitive mindfulness, you're never going to get people who are always going to want to pay attention to politics. Most people, I'd say the vast majority of people, just don't give a damn. They just want to live their lives. They want to be taken care of in terms of they don't want their lives to be interrupted. Doesn't mean they need to be taken care of by the state, but they don't want their lives to be interrupted or destroyed. And they just want to make sure that there are some protections over their lives. And that's, as long as you're doing that, then most people are pretty happy, or at least they're copacetic, right? Whereas when you ask them, like, you have to make serious decisions about who's going to lead you
right now.
Huh?
And there's a fair few people sending for you.
Oh, it's a sexy scientist. I never do the sexy Halloween costumes. I never did that. I've always
I can't picture you in a lab coat, actually.
We don't wear lab coats in the social sciences because we're
like,
not a real science.
I can't picture you in that one. I can picture you trolling an audience, though.
Yeah, I've done that before. Anywho, speaking of trolling, Elon Musk's deal to buy Twitter Inc. sets the scene for potential return of shock,
the great one,
gasp, Donald Trump to a platform that helped him win the White House just in time to influence the midterm elections.
That's what scares him shitless.
No, it doesn't. Bloomberg isn't always terrible, by the way.
No, the fact that Trump would come back before the midterms, that's what scares him shitless.
No, and I just want to say about Bloomberg. No, I actually think they want Trump to come back before the midterms, and that's why they're writing it in this. This is reverse psychology. This is basic reverse psychology, right? Okay. And I'm going to explain why. I'll explain why. They want more than anything for Trump to come back as soon as possible. Because as soon as Trump is back, what does that take attention off of?
Biden.
Brandon, yeah.
Yeah.
Once Trump is back,
basically.
for 4 years, 5 years, 4.5, every single day, every single news headline, not everyone, but pretty much everything focused on Trump. What did Trump say? What did Trump tweet? What did Trump think? What did Trump eat for? Unironically, what did Trump eat on his flight?
How many ice cream scoops did he have?
He puts ketchup on his steak. To be fair, disgusting.
But that's not something you would condemn a president for.
No. Also, I loved one of those food things. They found that old video that he did an old advert for Pizza Hut when they started selling a stuffed crust pizza, and they were like, Trump eats his pizza backwards, crust first. It's like, that's from an advert he did advertising stuffed crust pizza.
To be fair,
and
so
people
do
I just had a stuffed crust pizza. There's a section in one of our stores that has American items. And they had stuffed crust pizza. And I was like, hell yeah, I've had stuffed crust pizza in probably a decade. And I was like, you know what? I've missed stuffed crust pizza. That's pretty good. But that was the entire strange miasma that they created around Trump, where every single thing that he did had to be a giant news story, and all of it was evil, and all of it was bad all the time. I mean, I told you that my favorite example ever, right, was...
Orange Man bad, yeah.
No. My favorite example, though, is that there was a book that was written, I think it was by a former New York Times journalist, although I can't remember where she worked for now. And you can find it really easily if you look this up.
They had
you'll be able to find what I'm talking about. No, but an alleged New York Times journalist who was a White House correspondent and released this book about all of her insider information that she gathered while being a White House correspondent, right? And one of the things that she heard that she published in a freaking book was that she overheard Trump on the phone think, hello, here's what I want you to do. And what Trump said on this alleged phone call, on this phone call, was that he wanted to... I can't. To not build he wanted to build a wall, but he also wanted to build a moat. He wanted to expand the Rio Grande to build a giant moat across spanning from sea to sea. He wanted the wall to instead be to have a bunch of prison guard towers that would be armed with snipers. And in this moat that he would build, it was to be filled with snakes and eels and alligators. I'm not joking. And that the instructions that would be given to the guard tower posts was to eventually shoot at the legs of the incoming migrants so they would fall into the moat and get eaten by snakes and alligators.
Yeah, that's pretty base, I'm not gonna lie.
But this woman wrote this, published it in a book, all unironically.
I feel like if you said this to someone as a joke, people would go, that sounds pretty cool, actually.
You know why? Because it's Dr. Evil. I'm going to take, freaking dolphins and put freaking laser beams on their heads. That's what it's that level. It's dolphins with freaking laser beams attached to their heads.
Am I Anglican? No, I'm not Anglican.
That's the proof of how the incredible focus on Trump became so, let's be honest, psychopathic laser beam on head focus towards Trump, and how he is so evil all the time. And so the reason why I think they want him back so badly is because the second he's back, they can get the negative attention off of Brandon, and Brandon's floundering right now, right?
I think they just want something to write about because their numbers suck.
That too. Yeah, well, how's CNN Plus going, right?
There's CNN minus now.
Yes. CNN minus
I actually
is
have
gone.
a video that I still want to do, but that I actually recorded today.
Hey, yeah, put it up. I was recording earlier, but as you can tell, my voice isn't going great
because
today.
the CNN article, when I was reading it, I just thought, please explain to me, CNN, how when about 75% of your core audience is gone, 90% of your primetime audience is gone, and you fucking morons thought it was a good idea to make a subscription streaming service. Why? Like, from a business perspective, you're a moron.
Why? Because they're desperate. they're desperate, and I think that I honestly. Oh, sorry, it was a shark with laser beam, not a dolphin. I should have known that. Of course, it was a shark with Dr. Evil. But I think I told you this earlier.
Dolphin makes it sound more evil.
Well, dolphins are rapists, but I did.
Yeah,
I think
rapey.
No, literally. I intimated this to you a little bit earlier, though, which was that I think that maybe someone at CNN huffed too much of their own supply. So what everybody knows about CNN and MSNBC, but mostly CNN, is that CNN's viewership is largely because people just have it on in doctors' offices and airport terminals and terminals and different
it's the view
places.
Of news streaming.
Any place where there's a television on that no one is watching, it's set to CNN. And so that's where CNN gets all of their viewership. And so when it went down, I don't know what their thought process was, but it was still quite high. So I guess they must have thought, oh, well, we just need to make it so that people can get more CNN all the time. There's no desire for you, though, without Trump. At this point, there really isn't. You going to get more angry about Florida man? Because that's all they've got is DeSantis right now.
And DeSantis doesn't have Trump's aggression.
But they also can't do anything about DeSantis because he's in charge of his own state, pretty much. You know what I mean?
He's also very popular in his state.
Yes, and the rest of the country can't do anything about Florida, and that infuriates them.
That also drives me insane when it comes to DeSantis, is because he's very popular, and the drive to hate him is so insane, because you can make this sort of case for Trump because Trump is uncouth and unkept, and he's a little bit unpolished. Whereas DeSantis is not any of that. He is Trump's polar opposite as far as talking goes. He's very charming. He's very
well to some, not to all. I find
but the people who aren't I don't give a shit about their opinion. No offense.
No, Trump's abrasive.
Yes,
Trump is very abrasive. A lot of people don't find that charming. I do too, but a lot of people find that they don't like that abrasiveness, and they find it very off-putting. They want politeness. Trump's not polite. Well, it's just a difference. I will say this: that is a difference in personal opinion. I mean, my family, even my stepmom, who is like as prim and proper as they come. I love my stepmom, but she is very much make sure, like, you have to put the silverware on the right side. No elbows on the table, kind of lady, right?
Sounds like my grandmother.
Raised in a very strict Catholic household, so it's stuff she inherited. But even she being quite that kind of prim and proper in that way, she loves Trump. She loves him, and loves that loves even his crassness, that he tells it like it is. So even prim and proper people can like it, but I can understand how it's very off-putting to others, right?
I think for me, it was the case that for me, when it comes to anything, I don't give a crap how much of an asshole or how much bravado or how big your dick is and how many people you can beat over the head with. If you can do this and do your job well, you can be a complete asshole.
Yeah.
Because I care more about your effectiveness than I do how you sound.
Actions speak louder than words every time.
And to me, as someone who was paying attention to politics, I didn't give a crap how he sounded. My thing was, he's in government, now let him actually govern. How does he... And then I saw the entire world losing their fucking minds, and the guy hadn't done anything. I went, there is something wrong with this. And when I saw how well he was doing policy-wise, I went, why do you hate this man when he's doing his job well? I didn't get that.
Yeah, it was because all they could focus on. Remember, like the first year, it was the grab him by the pussy thing. That was the first year of.
He grabbed the country by the pussy, and the country liked it.
Can you believe it? He said grab him by the pussy, and I was like,
yes.
I don't care. I care about what he does. I care about what he does, what he thinks, and what more than anything, what the hell he does.
Do you know why guys weren't
pretty good in some instances, but it could have been better. That's all I'll say. Yeah.
You know why guys aren't put off by that? Because all guys talk like that. And every guy who says they don't, it's because they're gay, literally. Because a gay guy wouldn't say that shit.
Locker room talk, but that's...
because all guys talk like that.
I've been around guys. I've seen guys talk to each other all the time. It's coming out in the Johnny Depp trial, the way Johnny Depp talks to his friends, and it's similar kind of shit like that. Not quite the same, but it's like, that's how a lot of men talk to each other.
I have other uses for your throat that doesn't involve injury.
Oh, that was
That's
to
fucking
Amber Heard.
based.
I'm talking about the stuff that he said to other men is very kind of grabbing.
That's pretty funny though.
But it's nowhere near that bad. I don't think it's anything.
I love that he said that and then told like, sorry, can you repeat that?
Your mother used to spray your throat. Yeah. If you guys have not been following the Johnny Depp trial,
so funny.
Every single freaking element of these people's lives have come out, and most of it all came out last year. But I didn't follow the UK trial that heavily.
Johnny was taking it with a fucking smile.
Wait, say what?
He was taking it with a smile. Like he just sat there very, very calmly. He was sat there like he was high on heroin, just letting it
in
all
the trial.
slowly, yeah, like just wash over him as like all of these headlines are being read about him. Like he kept.
No, at times that what you said is correct. But having watched a lot of the trial, hours and hours and hours of it, I would say actually most of the time he looks pained.
Really? Yeah, okay. The few times I've seen him, like, he seems to just be like, "All right, why are you doing this?"
He looks because it's terrible.
Well, yeah, of course.
It's disgusting that this is all, and it's because of Amber Heard that all this stuff is brought up on the world stage for everybody to see.
Obviously.
And speaking of Johnny Depp and Elon Musk,
no offense,
because Elon might have to testify in this trial, by the way, as I told you.
Might he?
Yeah, because he dated Amber Heard.
Oh, God.
Yep.
I don't think Elon would actually give a shit.
No, he might not have a choice if he's subpoenaed.
Oh, God damn it. Elon's like, oh, God, of all the crap that I have to deal with, I don't want to do this.
I don't know why. I know you're big on your boy Elon. You know,
I swear to God, if you're going to install these dating preferences, you and I are going to have a problem.
Rolling up in the Bionicle whip. But his choice in women is sometimes less than choice. I'll put it that way. Okay?
Oh, who cares?
I'm just saying. I mean, he's had the better way of going about it, which is that he's had sex with these women, had kids with them, and just not married them, which leaves him out of the scenario that Johnny Depp's in, right?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to celebrity drama.
I'm just saying, Johnny Depp is in the situation that he's in large part because he married crazy, right?
Well,
Elon just fucks crazy and moves on. He's not married to Grimes, is he? I don't think so.
I don't know.
They have like 2 kids together, at least 1 kid together. But yeah.
Anyway,
getting back to I don't think he's married to Grimes.
I don't pay attention to the drama.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm only right now because I'm watching the trial.
Although I like watching Reactor.
Yeah, I like watching Reactor because he's funny and he gets a lot of interesting people on to talk about the law, which I find fascinating. But back to this Bloomberg article, though, that I would totally sidebarred from. Speaking of which, the former president told Fox News on Monday that he intends to stick with his social media platform that he launched called Truth Social. But that operation has struggled, and the temptation may be great to return to Twitter, where he has more than 88 million followers. Hashtag Bring Back Trump was making the rounds on Twitter. I still don't know how you join Truth Social. They send me emails every freaking day, and then I go to okay. They sent me an email today, and it was like, Aiden, have you reserved your username on Truth Social yet? And I was like, oh, can I do that now? Or what exactly did it say? Username requested. You haven't answered us. Tell us what your username will be on Truth Social. Is this still Aiden's email? You still haven't told us. And then it says, what do you want your username to be on Trump's new app? Hurry! And then you click on that, and it just redirects you to a page to give him money.
Yeah, I will say Truth Social is not a good name. It's very boring.
Apparently, can you get on it?
I have no idea.
I don't even know if it's accessible to the public yet. All I know is that when I respond to those emails, or when I click on those emails, like, oh yeah, is Truth Social ready? Can I join it yet? And it's like,
because
not unless you give us money, maybe.
Most people, I think, will join Twitter under Elon because they trust Elon more than they do fucking Jack Dorsey, whatever.
Also,
Indian
I would pay
running it now.
I'd pay like $5 or whatever to join Truth Social. I'd pay some amount of money to join it, but you need to tell me. You can't just, because then when you go to the donate pages, like, how much money do you want to donate? And it starts at 20 and goes up to 1,000. And now you can go down and put in, other amount, but it starts at 20 and goes up to 1,000. It's, by the way, that's always been the way that Trump's shit has worked. and I have given money to Trump's campaigns in the past. So
yeah, money well spent.
Won't lie about that.
President.
Yeah, I liked him, and I did stuff like I put in an entry
You're
to
really saying
get
it's
to
boomers
meet
trying to
him.
figure out social media. Yeah, that actually is
I
true.
think it really is. I put in a thing to like win a signed hat or win the meeting with him. Like it's like, oh, $5 to enter a raffle that probably didn't even really happen. You know what I mean?
I will say this: if I can somehow get my account unbanned from Twitter, then I will chill it on my videos, because you will see me shitpost constantly. Cause
That's why I want you on Twitter.
Aiden wants me on Twitter just so I can shitpost.
Exactly.
Because I will take my highly based trolling, and I will troll. If you see anyone with a flag in their bio and their pronouns, I will unleash hell on you and make you leave the platform.
Well, it depends. It depends, because again, we'll have to see what happens.
Like, how far can I go? Can I make you cry?
Well, I don't think you'll be able to. Again, so I've told the story many times about the one time I ever got suspended from Twitter, and what it was is somebody had been going at me for like a full-on day, like calling me every possible name. I don't just mean like calling me a Nazi and stuff like that. I mean, but calling me like just like ugly, hideous, disgusting, like all every possible insult imaginable, right? And eventually, like they kept doing it. And it was like over a day. They kept going on, and I said, and then they called me ugly or something like that. And I went to their profile after they'd been fucking with my Twitter for like a day, and I responded and I said, "You're one to talk, you chubby little queer." And queer was their preferred pronoun. Also, I was referencing something, but that doesn't really matter. I was referencing something else. And I got like a 3-day suspension for that.
That's kind of gay.
When they said that queer was their preferred way of being referred to.
Yeah, you can use the word queer, but not in the derogatory way.
It's because I called them chubby and little, I guess. Anywho.
That's the worst of it?
That's it. It was chubby and little plus queer. That's what set it over the mark of that. That's bullying. Now, again, it's not bullying for them to tweet, to send 100 tweets at me. That's not harassment. That's not bullying. But for me to respond back and go, "You're one to talk, you chubby little queer," after being called me ugly and hideous and disgusting and all this shit for like, this is years ago too. This was like almost 5 years ago, 4 years ago. It was fine for you. Which, again, I don't really care. I just responded back in kind to the same level of discourse, you know?
Oh yeah, Twitter went up by 5%.
Yeah, I knew it went up 1, but I didn't know it was up to 5.
Oh, it says there on the side, on the article. It says 51.70, yeah. Plus 5.66%, yeah. Wow, Twitter, the meme is already...
it's gonna get so good.
Yes, it is. It's just gonna... Now, I will say...
Oh, the saltless flow.
I do expect Elon to make a change pretty quickly, because he owns it.
We'll see. Maybe you're more optimistic than I am. I'm a little bit black-pilled.
Yeah, it's because you're kind of gay. You're a little bit gay about it. Whereas I'm more optimistic because he's a madman with a mission. And again, he's from home.
I'm not sure what his mission is besides liking free speech and wanting to troll.
Okay, so it's basically a younger version of Trump.
Yeah, in that way, yeah. But again, it waits to be seen how that will manifest in terms of actual changes to Twitter policy. And by the way, everyone in the company is going to be against him, you know? Everyone in the company.
Yeah, but the shareholders are not going to, because the shareholders like him, he's making the money.
Well, they're already, Twitter stock's been going down. All of a sudden it starts going up. We'll see what matters more. And
if you hold Twitter stock, you can be happy.
Yeah, but it's been proven that these people, the ideologues, they do not care about money. First of all, they're funded by so many different special interest groups and governments and things like that.
Yeah, that's
money
true.
does not matter to them. Money is not of any interest. There's nothing that will. Money is no object when what you care about is indoctrination and political points. So those people are going to be basically impossible to get rid of in the company, I think, and they're gonna fight tooth and nail for it. I think so.
You can fire them. He's the owner. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I don't know, but firing people is difficult too, because you have to have a valid reason for doing it, you know?
Deckwell makes a good point. He says that it's no exaggeration to say that if Elon had been married to these women, the human space exploration would not have been as far as it is. I agree with that, actually.
Yeah, I mean, like, if they had taken up a bunch of his money, and taken half of it or whatever, because that's what, it always is half, no matter how little you contribute.
I do think he's going to fire a lot of people. I think that's the reason that he bought the company. Is I thought he took a peek behind the curtain and went, "Oh my god, this is such a shit show. I cannot do what I want as a member of the board. I need to own this company because that's the only way I'm going to get anything done."
Yeah, we'd have to see. Again, that's all I can say. Is it's a very speculative time right now. I'll just get back.
I like the people who think that he's somehow going to mix Neuralink with Twitter.
No.
No.
I don't believe that. I see people on 4chan say that, and they're terrified of it. And understandably, I get it, but I don't think that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Twitter permanently banned Trump last year after a mob of his supporters stormed the Capitol. But Musk has made it clear that his main goal in buying the company is to support free expression and reduce user bans or taking down individual tweets because the platform has become kind of the de facto town square. Exactly. And the thing is, too, is that I think he said that he might make it easier, or at least I saw something about this, for people to get verified on Twitter. That would destroy certain people if being verified wasn't. Oh, I mean, people's egos. It would destroy them.
Oh, okay.
Because there are so many people, and it's disgusting, but there are a lot of people on this planet whose entire sense of worth is based around that little freaking check mark.
That's really sad and gay.
Oh, it is. But I would love for it to that. Because really, anyone, like, if you've got a big following on any other platform, or you can just kind of prove that you are who you say you are, even, and you've got, and there's some reason that other people might want to pretend to be you, right? Well, then you should be allowed to be verified. It doesn't matter if it's 1,000 people that care about you or 1 million people. I think that if there's any possibility someone would try to impersonate you, seriously, you should be allowed to get verified. So, and that would just destroy them.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It would destroy their sense of superiority.
It's pretty bad as it is now.
It would be really funny. It would be really funny. Yeah, like George Takei. I mean, and George Takei actually has, a career, had a career.
Oh,
and he's just, he's become one of the most insufferable people on planet Earth, dude. He's very annoying. And
as soon as they get like a certain amount of attention, like, oh, look, I now have to be socially responsible. Fuck off.
In the whole Alpha Quadrant, man. In the whole Alpha Quadrant. A Republican pollster, Frank Luntz, says he doesn't think Trump will be able to resist returning to Twitter, and that Musk will want the former president back on the platform. I'm not sure about either one of those. Quote, he wants to be where the people are, and the people are on Twitter, Luntz said. I fully expect Trump to use every venue possible. Again, I'm suspicious of this, and the reason why is because they're really, really trying to shill Truth Social. So
it's not going to take off.
But they've spent money into it, and they're like, they've got people to pay a bunch of money.
But
people to pay a bunch into it.
Trump is not Musk. He's a more political figure, but when it comes to business, Tesla and Musk is infinitely better than Trump. Like, that's just the truth.
I'm thinking
he's got so much more money.
I'm just I know. I'm just not sure. I don't know here, because I don't know if what matters more to Trump is doing his own thing and building his own space.
If they were to team up.
That would be, but I don't know if Musk is interested in that.
The salt and the liberal flow. It wouldn't be very long because they'd all be dead.
Yeah,
they would cry their eyes out to the point where they would like lose moisture.
I mean, it's gonna get already. The salt tonight. The salt is gonna flow. I can't.
Oh my god!
We're streaming tonight because it just happened, and we were just like, oh man, we should talk about this.
Yeah,
but
it's funny and stupid.
Gonna get. I think it's gonna get
worse.
It's gonna exacerbate over the next couple of days. Yeah, a reversal of Trump's ban would restore his favorite megaphone so that he could guide the Republican agenda, ridicule the Biden administration, and promote candidates in the November election that will determine control of Congress. This Bloomberg article isn't bad, but all I wanted to say about it is everyone seems to just be interested in Trump coming back. It's like the only thing that interests so many people here.
Yeah, because that's the only person they actually give a fuck about. They don't give a like if Trump didn't come back on the platform, Do you think any of these people would give a shit about Elon owning the platform? Probably not.
Well, I just find it interesting that, like, even, again, Bloomberg, which I think is a pretty okay outlet, yeah, is still being like, Trump, is he going to bring back Trump? Is he going to bring back Trump? There's more to it than that. We do have the other two articles. The Frank, or not, now I want to say Frank Luntz. Robert Reich. The Robert Reich one. Do you have that?
God, I hate this man with a fucking passion.
Who does not despise
He is the stupidest leftist that has, like, academic credentials. Like, literally, every time he opens his mouth, like, how can... I'm convinced, and I swear to God this is true, he only keeps his job as the Guardian by one-upping his own stupidity.
Uh-huh.
Because every time he says something, you're like, how the hell are you an academic? How are you a professor? You are the stupidest fucking man I've ever read.
Oh, shoot. Hey, sorry, I just took my DMs. Anywho. Sorry, lost my train of thought. Oh, this horrible article by Robert Reich, who is...
a dumb fuck son of a bitch.
Yeah, he is... it's not hard to be stupid and educated.
Right now, are you?
No.
Okay.
Why, do I sound like it?
No, someone in the chat just said Aiden's drunk laughing is very cute. I was like, Aiden's not drunk right now, is she?
Oh, no. I just have allergies if my voice sounds weird. My allergies are... And I actually probably should take another antihistamine right about now.
I think the reason that he hates Musk is because Musk hasn't blocked him, and that drives him nuts.
Oh, right. It probably does drive... That's the thing, is that it's like, they want you to block them so then they can go, like, oh, look, I got blocked. Win. No, fuck yourself, honestly.
Well, it said
me was like, I was like, I don't think about you at all, you know?
It's because Musk called him a modern-day moron.
Because he is. He really is.
Yeah, it's good times.
So here we go. Elon Musk wants to own Twitter to protect his, quote, freedom, not everyone else's. Now here we're going to get...
Do you know why that sentence makes no sense?
Why, Spoon?
Why does he need to own Twitter to do that?
Well, according to Robert Reich, or according to reality?
According to reality. Like, is anyone going to buy...
Because Twitter doesn't allow people to have freedom of speech, that's why.
But Elon can say whatever the fuck he wants. He's not going to get kicked.
They kicked Trump.
Okay.
They've
Musk is more controversial.
But they've kicked sitting members of Congress, like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah, but Trump is bigger than them. Elon Musk is bigger than them.
I don't know if he's bigger than Trump. They're comparable, I'd say.
Elon's
comparable, okay? Trump was president of the U.S. Yeah. They're comparable, okay?
Yeah, but he's not as potently insane as far as, like, driving the other people nuts. Elon is, like, mild-mannered.
Yeah, I just I think that they're both very, very powerful figures. I mean, again, Trump was president of the U.S., okay? So Twitter banned him. Twitter has banned, again, Trump they banned after he was out of office. But Marjorie Taylor Greene, she can't tweet from her personal account. She has to tweet from the official from her official account because they banned her private one.
Yeah.
That's screwed up. As Slavkai Nikki for 2 says, is Robert the Fourth Reich? No. Robert Reich. Well,
he is a socialist.
He is a socialist. Yeah, he's a very just insufferable human being.
I did have Sean King up here.
I have the Sean King tweet.
Oh, okay.
I sent it to you earlier.
Is it?
I thought for sure I did. Yeah, it's yeah. Here it is. I'll just repost it for you. But let me get through this for a little bit to explain Robert Reich for you. We've read his articles before on stream, but
yes, and he's one of the he's one of the first people I would fire out of the cannon.
Actually, so I can rest my voice for a little bit. Would you mind taking this one for a minute?
Okay, let's see what it says.
Take a little bit.
Attitude: Elon Musk wanting to purchase Twitter is not about the left versus right. It's about white power. Oh my god, there's so many memes I want to make at this fucking moron. The man was raised in apartheid by a white nationalist. You trying to say his father was a white nationalist? Why is he living in America then?
Do you have the it up on stream? Because maybe mine's behind.
I have a meme that I want to put up. It's
sure.
very,
I was wondering if you had
it's very
the article up.
Yeah, I hate this because for me it's a funny meme, but no one else will get it.
Is it spicy?
It's spicy, but it's only spicy if you're South African and you know what the fuck it means.
Is it that flag meme?
Yes, that's extremely spicy if it's from my country.
Well, you'll only offend South Africans, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Like it's that one.
Yeah, I know. That's fine. No one will get it. Put it up. And then I think you don't have the Guardian article up on the screen. Or maybe
I don't know if I can. Can I even just put this in the? Hold on.
Yeah, Slavka, thank you for 2. Talcomex. Yeah, Talcomex is not covering or very well right now. What were some of those words that were funny? Where it was like.
Okay, now the reason I made this meme. Oh, hold on. That's not the one. Hold on.
Did you make this meme?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I was gonna say, I thought you found it.
No, I made that one, obviously. It's not very often you're gonna find a meme like this anywhere. Hold on. I can just someone put the stupid thing in. No, why does it keep linking the wrong fucking one? It's the no, you idiot! Link me the one that I made.
Boomer moment.
Oh, I was linking the wrong one.
It's usually me. Don't worry.
Oh, that one here.
There it is.
Now, the reason this is funny and greatly offensive is because that flag, that's the old apartheid flag. That's why that's offensive. And because Elon is supposedly raised by white nationalists, that's why that's funny.
Yeah,
I don't actually think that flag. I don't think that flag is actually legally allowed.
In South Africa?
Yes. So I think like if you had this meme, like you might be arrested actually.
I mean, I have to be honest. It's a very ugly flag because it's just a flag and other flags.
This was back when it was under like British rule.
I know, but it's kind of it's like a mega flag. I don't like it.
Okay,
fix your flag.
Okay, well it's fixed now.
I'm just saying the design is awful. I'm criticizing the design.
I don't give a shit.
Do you have that Guardian article though?
English.
By the way, do you have that Guardian article? Because I didn't see it show up on screen.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you wouldn't mind, if you're all right, we're taking over for a little bit.
Oh god, you insult my flag, and now you want me to read. Yeah.
I didn't insult. Well, I guess I did insult your flag, but
the chat is not with you. Actually, they like the flag. Is it because of the flag or because Elon is laughing and I'm saying we're back, baby?
No, I don't. I honestly don't like the aesthetics of the flag. That's all. I don't like it.
Well, I can't really say anything because the Welsh flag is kind of cool. It's got a dragon on it. So.
I don't find it aesthetically pleasing. No, don't bring on the Isle of Man flag.
Oh, what does the Isle of Man flag look like?
Huh? Oh, you've never seen the Isle of Man flag? Are you kidding?
It's not the one with the funny legs, is it?
Yes, it's legs.
Oh, okay.
It's a Triskelion with legs. And I had never seen it before, and I saw it on EFAP for the first time, and I literally almost died from laughter.
This looks like the lazy man swastika.
It's a Triskelion. It's a Triskelion. It's different. Yes, legs. It's a Triskelion.
It looks like something Monty Python would make. It actually does. You can't insult my flag when this is what you got. Like, fuck you.
Oh my god, that was so funny. That was so funny.
Yes, yeah, it's a shuriken.
It was the best time I've ever had on EFAP. We'd been on for like 8 hours by the time that happened, and it just was like, oh my god. And I don't know how. I don't remember at all how that started. The discussion of the Isle of Man. Oh, it was funny as fuck.
I just pictured synchronized swimming.
Here's the question, Spoon, that was raised.
Okay.
Is okay. Most things in flags represent something in reality. So the Ukraine flag, for example, right? Blue sky, yellow wheat fields. What happened on the Isle of Man that caused them to make this their flag? Did this exist at one point? Was there a big, giant, rotating leg monster?
There's a bunch of lesbian scissoring. Could be that too.
Sorry, let's continue.
Don't they bring up the Sicily flag? Ah, man, it's very similar actually.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Yeah, it looks exactly the same.
Yeah, it's the leg is a Triskelion, yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, exactly the fucking same. Lazy bastards.
Legs.
Yeah, it looks like the old Prussian flag.
Mm.
This stream has really gone off the rails. We've been looking at like swastika uniforms and
it's gone off the legs
and flags. Oh, I hate you. No.
Back to the article.
Yeah, so much legwork to do here. It's Elon Musk, Dubai Twitter. What are you saying? Twitter permanently banned Donald Trump last year after a mob of his supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol. Bitch, I have seen the footage. You weren't storming shit. You were let in by the front door by police. You weren't storming fucking balls, mate. But Musk...
Well, they had to admit to some of that, unfortunately for them.
Yeah, but Musk has made it clear that his main goal by the company is to support free expression and reduce user bans or taking down individual tweets because the platform has become kind of the de facto town square. Republican pollster Frank Luntz said he doesn't think Trump will be able to resist returning to Twitter and that Musk will want the former president back on the platform. We shall see. He wants to be where people are, and people are on Twitter. Journalists on Twitter. I think most people don't give a fuck about Twitter in the grand scheme of things. Well, they do now just because Elon buying it is funny.
Yeah.
I fully expect Donald Trump to use every venue possible. Let's see what he says. A reversal of Trump's ban would restore his favorite megaphone that he used to guide the Republican agenda, ridicule the Biden administration, and promote candidates in November election that will determine control of Congress. Actually, I think the Democrats being woke fucking retards is what's going to determine Congress, not Twitter. Having god-awful fucking retarded policies.
But again, as long as the Dems also control the public square, which is what Twitter is, for
they control it during Trump's years, and he still whooped their ass.
Well, for 4 years.
Yes, I mean, he was in office, and also he was up against the queen of bitchdom.
But you also have to understand I think that they just didn't expect Trump to win. They didn't. No,
of course not. Like Hillary had like a 90% chance of winning on election day.
Right. Well,
which just goes to tell you that people who approve of
when you ostracize people, the thing is, when you ostracize people, you say we hate you. We don't care about you. And I'm talking about people from all these different red states, these people that, who voted for Trump. They say, we hate you. We despise everything that you believe in, everything that you hold precious, and we want to destroy all of it. And then they vote against you. They were shocked, though. Apparently, they didn't take this into their considerations. Also, Slavkai Nikki for another 2 says, it's all about leg locking on the Isle of Man, Aiden. Thank you, man.
That's kind of gay.
But I think that they just miscalculated in 2016, so they've got that fixed now.
And then now Elon bought the platform and now they're fucked.
Well, there is a reason they're so mad, because one of their main sources of propaganda
was a white man is in charge again.
One of their main sources of propaganda is not under their direct control anymore.
Hooray!
So I think that's why they're seething, because they can't buy Elon, and that means they can't necessarily buy Twitter anymore.
Lesbianism is not based. It's currently infecting the church, and therefore it's gay. Literally.
Well, as a half a gay, it's all right.
No, it should be no gays. As far as the church goes, it should be only men.
Oh, I don't want that in churches. No, I don't want that in churches.
No, the Catholic one anyway. If you want to be, married and sane, then you become Protestant.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
Catholics to their
I don't. Well, I don't really. I don't.
I was raised Protestant. I'll troll the Catholics all damn day.
Sure, I was raised Protestant, but I also went to Catholic school for a lot of my life. So
I should beat you for that.
Why? I didn't have a
offensive.
choice I didn't have a choice between the ages of 11 and 13, but I did. And even though I hated Catholic middle school, I elected to go to a Catholic university, and it was some of the best years of my life, if not the best.
I just took a shot of whiskey, and
I love
God,
that
honestly,
school.
it's affecting me a little bit.
Wowee. Well, what a lightweight.
I could say,
Continue.
I want to see you drink this whiskey. I don't even think you'll be able to drink this whiskey and keep a straight face.
Probably not. I've had some of the whiskey you sent that you recommended, yeah, so.
No, not that. This is Lafroig.
Oh, I've never tried Lafroig.
Lafroig is a peated monster.
Oh no,
Although this one is actually quite nice.
I don't like that peaty flavor. Continue with the article is what I meant though, sir.
It tastes like molasses and a bit of sea salt.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's not.
That doesn't sound so bad, but.
No, I'm actually not a lightweight. It's because I haven't eaten. All I had was fruit. There wasn't any heavy protein or carbs in it, so. No, it was protein and carbs. What the hell am I saying? Like slow digesting carbs, so it goes to the system.
Yeah, you never eat bread or whatever.
Yeah, there we go. Opinion on Black Bush. There's better Irish whiskies than Black Bush. Bushmills is kind of like, Bushmills is like bottom shelf. If you want to get good Irish whiskey, fuck, I can't help it when someone talks about whiskey. Redbreast 12 is like a good entry one. I think what else? If you can get one called Slane. Slane is a nice it's like sipping whiskey. It's very inoffensive and light and friendly. Green Spot, Yellow Spot, definitely.
Oh, I like Green Spot. I've had Green Spot. I like that.
Yeah, that's good though. Go to. What is food spoon? I've been drinking since 10 a.m. God damn that. Godspeed to you, Steph.
Oh man. Oh, that's even for me. That's a long time to be drinking. We got takeout today from a.
Paul says Ardbeg is still my
place.
bay. Yeah, Ardbeg is the shit.
Oh yeah.
Ardbeg is. I've never actually
tried it. Interesting.
I've never actually had the 10 though, which is unusual. I tend to go for over 12 years old, whiskey wise, obviously.
Yeah, put that in the context.
Yeah, because if I'm looking behind me, most of the whiskey that I've had.
You're criticizing the people who are upset about the no grooming laws in Florida. So.
Yes, but I'm talking whiskey, not grooming children.
I know. I said just good for specifying.
No, because there's like a good sweet spot to, I'd say like 10 to 14 for like a mid-range whiskey. Like once you start reaching like the 16, then you're kind of pushing it into next gear. Like if you have Lagavulin 16, which you know because you've watched Parks and Rec, and that is a whiskey that is referenced.
Ron Swanson.
Yes.
Ron Swanson, who is a very wonderful character, who, again, Amy Poehler wanted him to be like the kind of villain of the show, and he instantly became the favored character. And then basically the writers were like, well, we can't. This is back in the day when television writers cared about what audiences thought, because they could actually get canceled if the show sucked and people didn't like it. And now if the show sucks and people don't like it, they just get funding to keep freaking putting it on, no matter how shitty it is. Basically everyone loved Ron Swanson, so they had to keep and they just had to keep having it in it and having him keep being a base libertarian, which again Amy Poehler thought would be reprehensible, and instead people liked it.
I've also had Glenfiddich. I've had a fair few Glenfiddichs, actually. I think the first Glenfiddich I drank, I was at a girl's house with her parents. And the reason I remember it's a Glenfiddich is because I remember the animal on the bottle. That's when it was a Glenfiddich, and the bottle was brown. So I would assume it was either the 18-year-old or I think the 15 that's finished in bourbon. And I think I've had I think it's the 10-year-old. Is in a green bottle. That's very mild and inoffensive. That's like shiny apples. The favorite one I've had was the Project XX. Oh my god, Project XX is just gimme. That's good whiskey. If you ever can send Nick a bottle of that, that's a good one to get.
I guess
the Project Double X is really good. Although he's a bourbon guy from what I've seen.
I don't know.
More so than Scotch. I've seen him reference Michter's, so he's got good taste in the whiskey.
Nick will drink just about anything. He'll try just about anything of good
really?
alcohol.
No, I should send him something Japanese then.
Penderyn, you recommended that to me, didn't you?
Penderyn whiskey. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Who brought that up the other day then?
Penderyn whiskey, is it a brand?
It's a Welsh whiskey.
Oh, I've not had a Welsh whiskey, no.
I'll have to try that though.
Hold on.
Anywho. Musk says no one should adjust to what he wants to do with Twitter because he's a free speech absolutist, but who can be against free speech? Besides, he and his apologists say if consumers don't like what he does with Twitter, they can go elsewhere. Freedom of choice. Free market, free speech, free choice. Yeah, you mean the thing that you told Republicans and conservatives for years? Don't like it? Well, it's a private platform. Go somewhere else. All of a sudden, you got an issue? Oh, now you have an issue with this, Robert Reich? All of a sudden, he's got an issue with this. This shit, I guarantee if you go through his tweets, he's said this sentiment. When billionaires like Elon Musk justify their motives by using the word freedom, beware. What they actually seek is freedom from accountability. They want to use their vast fortunes to do whatever they please, unconstrained by laws or regulations, shareholders, or even consumers. So see, now we go back.
That doesn't make any sense because the shareholders are the ones that wanted him to buy the fucking thing in the first place.
Oh, no, do you see what he's getting to there, though? The laws and regulations? He wants to rethink Section 230. That's what he's alluding to here. Oh, Slavka Nikki also, for 2, says, can we do Jackbox after this? Missed Friday. It's Monday. It's a little late for me, but maybe let's do it again this Friday. Let's try to do it every Friday.
Wait. Siose, you got a bottle of Japanese over in the corner. Which one? I must know what Japanese whiskey you have, sir, because I went through a Japanese phase. Probably explains a few things.
You mean you were turning Japanese? You think you're turning Japanese? You really think so?
No, I think I was turning more Scottish the way I was drinking that shit. I've been through more Japanese whiskey, I think, than anything else.
That would be not. How do I conjugate the naru in that sense? Not. Nihonjin ni narimashita ka. Yeah, there you go. You don't normally conjugate naru like that. But naru often is like become, but Nihonjin ni narimashita ka. So did you become Japanese? There you go.
I've been through, hold on, I'm trying to think now. I've been through Nika from the barrel. A fair few of those. That's like a tiny little pirate bottle. I think you would like it because you think it's cute. Because it is a cool looking little bottle.
I've seen Nikas.
Yeah, the Nika coffee grain. I've been through, I think, 3 bottles of that. Oh my god, that is fucking good whiskey. I have Taketsuru in the corner there as well. I have the Hibiki Harmony. I have a bottle of Hakushi 12 downstairs, which is like 100 and something a bottle. Which God
damn, dude.
Yeah, let's just say lady I was acquainted with, to put it mildly, she gave me a bottle of that stuff, which I haven't opened for that reason. What else? I have a bottle of Hibiki Harmony still there, and I had the normal special reserve of the Taketsuru. Of the Hakushu, sorry. I tried to get a Yamazaki bottle, but that's really fucking expensive. Which,
as I was saying, let's read this terrible article. I'm sorry, it's only because I don't have much to contribute to the whiskey conversation. It's the same thing with the sports stuff. There's nothing I can contribute. It is fascinating to me.
Rugby.
Oh no.
Never watch rugby, but Aiden would. I think Aiden, if I met Aiden and she watched me watching rugby, she would just go, "What the fucking hell does he see in this?"
No,
it's like, why is this so interesting to you?
No, I get it. I get it.
You and watching anime.
I don't watch that much anime anymore. All the anime I watch is fucking weird.
Yeah, but you are a weeb.
Yes, true.
Whereas for all of my, unusually dorky political takes, I'm still very much a guy when it comes to like masculine things. Like, I like fire. I like being outside. I like cars.
Read Bronte's
I like
mindset.
rugby. I like sports. I like lifting weights. Just like, give me.
The free market
I like
increasingly.
baking food.
I love cooking.
Yeah.
The free market increasingly reflects the demands of big money, unfriendly takeovers. Maybe you could describe it as that, such as Musk is mounting at Twitter, weren't part of the free market until the 70s and early 80s. Before then, laws and regulations constrained them. Then came corporate raiders like John Econ and Michael Milken. Their MO was to find corporations whose assets were worth more than their stock value, borrow against them, acquire. Yes, he's talking about hostile takeovers. But here's the thing. That's not actually what happened here. Musk wanted to buy Twitter not because it was valuable or not because he thought he could make it more valuable. I don't think he has any desire to. If he's going to make it more valuable, it's going to be because he's just not going to keep instituting the policies that have been making Twitter unprofitable for years. Also, Shatterhand of Naked Truth for 2 says, one day we need to have a debate, Aiden and Spoon. Yeah, sure, man. We can work it out.
What are we debating about?
I don't know.
Or do you want me and Aiden to debate each other?
Oh, or are we debating each other on what?
Yeah, and what?
There's a couple of things. Absolute versus constitutional monarchy.
Yeah, I'll slowly bring you to the absolute. I think if you're looking at this society, you'll slowly realize why Molbuck said, like, "Oh God,
I know
you need the absolute." Yeah,
I know.
There's a channel in Discord for forging, is there?
Oh, I don't know. The Raiders altered the quote free market to allow them to. Oh, sorry, but the Raiders' antics
imposed me on Discord
huge...
saying lightweight. Fuck you.
Huge social costs. They pushed America from stakeholder capitalism, where workers and communities had a say in what corporations did, to shareholder capitalism, where the sole corporate goal is to maximize shareholder value.
Why is that bad?
That's
like a traditional
always
business.
Trying to. Yes. Okay. He's talking about stakeholder capitalism again, where unions, right, are in charge mostly, into stakeholder capitalism, where the company is just trying to maximize its profits, right? And by that it's to make. Though. Well, you would think so, right? But Robert Reich, of course, has an issue with this because he wants, because of course he wants socialism and he wants.
I want government to take all of your money because me.
Well, here's what happened with unions, and I've talked about this before. In the steel industry, for example, the unions became incapable of competing with the steel industries in the rest of the world because they were so good to the workers, and that's great. But the problem is they were too good they were giving workers so much money, so much time off. They could not be competitive with the rest of the world. Even if it's superior quality steel made by happier workers, they could not be competitive. So unless you're engaging in protectionism, which I might be in favor of, unless you're engaging in trade protectionism, then you're not going to be able to afford to have these worker communities having a say in what corporations do. And Robert Reich, the reason why steel is dead in the United States is because of that precise system. And I know that you have a doctorate in this, so I'm shocked that you're not aware of how that worked in the steel industry and let's say the automobile industry, okay?
I don't think it means
there's other reasons why both of those failed, but that's part of it is the large role of the unions.
Calm down, Metal, Jesus.
Inequality skyrocketed, insecurity soared, vast swaths of America were abandoned, and millions of good jobs vanished. Robert, that happened because of the precise union jobs that you're favoring over the shareholder capitalism. And the fact that you don't understand this as an economist is frankly
embarrassing.
Yeah. Yes. The Raiders altered the free market to allow them to do this. That's what the super rich do. There's no free market in nature. Yeah, there is, actually. Free market is the natural state of trade, okay? That's the natural state of trade.
I like what he said. Musk said last week he doesn't care about the economics of the deal and is pursuing it because it is extremely important for the future of civilization. Fine.
Yeah.
But who anointed Musk to decide the future of civilization? His money and the shareholders. That's who.
Yeah,
because the state sucks.
But the thing is that Robert Reich thinks that he and all of the people, and by the people he means the people that he likes, should be allowed to make that decision. Not someone who's wealthy like Musk, who actually has principles. It should be people who want to move society into a way that they find palatable, which is in line with their political beliefs. That's what that's about. Free speech is another freedom that turns on wealth. As a practical matter, your ability to be heard turns the size of a megaphone that you can buy. Again, he doesn't want people to be able to speak. If you're extremely rich, you can buy the Washington Post or own the New York or own Fox News. Interesting how he brings up just
WAPO.
Washington Post.
Yeah, we're talking about Bezos.
Or Fox News. But the thing is that a lot of these giant people own a whole bunch more of these organizations. I feel like he had to put WAPO in as like a caveat. Of course it's Fox News.
Can you imagine if Elon bought the New York Times?
And that would be hilarious. But it's
oh my god, it would be the funniest fucking thing in the world.
It would be funny. If you're the wealthiest person in the world, you can buy one of the biggest megaphones in the world called Twitter and then decide who can use it. What its algorithms are going to be. And how it either invites or filters out big lies. You mean like how it does now, Robert?
Yeah.
You mean like how it works now?
It's done a fucking terrible job, by the way.
You mean like how it works right now?
Sending stories about Hunter Biden.
Hunter Biden's laptop.
They fucking knew it was true.
Of course they knew. Of course they knew it was true.
So it's convenience like 6 months later, like, oh, it's actually a real story. Like, bitch, everyone fucking knew it was a real story. You knew it was a real story.
Banning sitting American politicians like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Ban a sitting president before he left office.
Right?
Yeah.
You can just do any of that because you decide who can use it, what the algorithms are going to be. Why, Robert, is it only freaking bad if you think someone that you can't buy has access to that kind of power?
Oh, please read the next
Very
bit because
telling
it's
to me.
really funny.
Let me see, where was it? Okay. And Musk said last week that he doesn't care about, we read that, yeah. Which brings us to a free choice. If consumers don't like what Musk does with Twitter, they cannot simply switch to another Twitter-like platform. Really, Robert? That thing you told us to do for years?
Oh,
you don't like it?
Now you
you don't like it?
German fag.
Go build your own platform. Make your own Twitter. It's a private company. Go do your own thing. Don't like it? Go make your own. How interesting. There aren't any. Well, you've done your best to shut down all the alternatives, haven't you?
Yeah. And
the left wing corporate media aligned Politico apparatus has worked in tandem to shut down and destroy every single alternative to Twitter.
Look at what he says next. That makes no sense.
The largest social media platforms have grown gigantic because anyone who wants to participate in them and influence debate has to join them.
Yeah.
Well, we try to offer you alternatives and you destroy them. Yeah. What if you can't? And after because you've been banned, well, then you have no speech now, do you? According to you, Robert, then that person has no speech. They have no voice. They have no freedom of speech, which is it's a violation.
After they reach a certain size, they're the only megaphone in town. Oh yeah, how did that happen? Because if you were an actual capitalist, you would encourage free expression in other platforms, and you didn't. You shut down the competition, and now the competition's been bought, and he's the only game in town, and now fuck you. Fuck you. I hope you sit there and whine every fucking day. I hope Twitter brings like a cesspool of like the worst people on. Just to troll the shit out of you.
What a freaking cope. Oh no, I don't like that you're doing what we've been doing to you. No, I think he's actually not that stupid. I think he does understand it. He's just lying to idiots who read The Guardian. With social media, the ordinary rules of competition don't apply. Once a platform is dominant, it becomes even more dominant. Aren't you mad that Elon Musk has a bunch of money? And is more dominant than other people?
Apparently.
But wait a minute, look at this. He's furious that Elon Musk has outperformed other people, has become more dominant than all of his competitors.
Yeah.
And that's bad if you're Elon Musk, but not if you're Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
As Donald Trump discovered with his Truth Social fiasco, upstarts don't stand much of a chance.
Yeah, he's just upset that Elon bought Twitter.
It's because usually you stifle upstarts. Trump's Truth Social shit is because it's being horribly mismanaged. Musk's real goal has nothing to do with the freedom of others. His goal is his own unconstrained freedoms the freedom to wield enormous power without having to be accountable to laws and regulations, to shareholders or market competition. That's why he's dead set on owning Twitter. What's already the case with Twitter right now?
You know what?
They're not
that doesn't
beholden
make
to
any
anyone
sense?
either.
It's because
Why? There's a lot of reasons why it doesn't.
Well, it's mainly because the shareholders wanted the say, and they wanted him to buy it because the shareholders liked him more than the fucking president.
Yes, this
it makes no
professor
sense.
of law and professor is a former U.S. Secretary of Labor, professor of public policy at UC Berkeley, and economist. You can't understand this?
No.
You can't figure this out. That's why I know he's lying. No, he's lying. That's the difference. He's not a moron. He's a liar.
No, he's definitely stupid.
I mean, I think he's stupid too, but I think this is a lie. This is a freaking lie.
This one, well, I like the one that says, it might well upend democracy. Let me get this straight, Robert Reich, which is a very ironic surname. You think having more opinions on the platform is somehow going to end democracy? Like, your whole thing about democracy is based on letting more people talk. And you're upset that more people can say whatever the hell they think. Oh.
No. According to them, democracy only exists when we win and we're the only ones allowed to speak.
That sounds like a monocracy. Or an oligarchy. It's an oligarchic system.
It's a one-part fascistic system is what it is. One-party fascistic system. Which the difference between fascism and communism, there are quite a few, but when you talk about the basic governmental structure, the most basic framework of it, right? You're talking about unified power in one party. Whether it's fascistic or communistic depends on the apparatus around it. Monarchy. But both of those two, monarchy is not a one-party system.
No, monarchy is just the rule of one.
Monarchy is the rule of one. It's not one political position. Yeah. Whereas both communism and fascism are based on dictate by the masses, right? Yeah. And both of them are the rule by the many for a one-party system. And so that's what he's asking for. He's asking either for fascistic or a communistic government, but either way, it is totalitarian in origin, and there only can be one party, and if there is more than one party represented, then it all falls apart, and that's why he's upset and here crying. Right?
Yeah. Watching them spaz out about the woke stuff is really quite outstanding and frankly bafflingly fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm. It's funny.
I love this meme. Not this meme, this Twitter post. I feel like the guy who originally said this it's the I love Twitter one, and he said you should buy it then.
Yeah, from a couple years ago.
Yeah, because you're looking there like,
how much does it cost?
Yeah, this is a fucking. This one is how much is it? Come true, yeah.
2017. This is 5 years ago.
Yeah, goddamn, that's outstanding.
I'll just finish this up real quick. Unlike his ambitions to upend transportation and interstellar flight, this one is dangerous. It might well upend democracy.
Yeah, well.
Do you like his way of saying upend transportation instead of upend implies tumult, right? Whereas would you want to say evolve transportation and interstellar flight to push it forward? No, instead you use the word upend. That does not imply progressing it, right?
Yes.
What a curious use of fucking terms. We have a small... Okay, and then they just fucking ask for money. Then they end with Guardian asking for money, as always.
Of course.
What a piece of garbage, dude. What an absolute piece of garbage.
I have a usual this thing if I see him on Real Clear Politics, I will read just because I enjoy his stupidity.
Yeah, he is funny because of how dumb he is.
Fucking moron to read. You're looking like, how the fuck are you, Professor? Like if you are in any way taught by this man, dear God, get your money back because you are not going to go here in education.
Yeah, I think I have one last tweet for us, and then we can probably head out for the night. It's Sean King.
Let's see what TYT has said.
Oh God, I'm sure TYT's gonna. If it's a full video, I'm gonna have to use the restroom real quick if we're watching a video.
Is the first goal to bring back Donald Trump? No, only you jackasses are worried about that.
Yeah.
This is the one sane thing he said. Is this when we all pretend we're going to leave Twitter with hashtags like buy Twitter, but no one actually ever leaves? Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, wow, a sane take from Chunk Yogurt.
Yeah.
An actual sane take.
Not very
Because
often you see one of
let's
those.
be real, most of them will not leave. They'll just bitch and whine and cry.
Not a single one of them will leave.
They'll leave for a whole like week, maybe. That's at best.
The
I think
drug
maybe
will
a
kick
day
in.
is probably the average. And then yeah, like well, you know that there's been research that's been conducted that shows that Twitter is a very addictive platform because it gives you an instant dopaminergic response stimuli, right? Or a response stimuli, and that.
By the way,
you
can I just say quick? Tulsi Gabbard is not based.
No,
Tulsi
I
is
don't.
left-leaning as shit, by the way.
Well, Tulsi is better than most of her constituents. I'll put it that way.
That's
You
not
know what I
saying
mean?
much, though. Their constituents are shit.
No, let's be clear. Tulsi is leagues ahead of her constituents, but I don't.
She's very anti-gun.
Yeah, but she
That's
is.
why Styx does not like her.
She's anti-gun. I don't trust that.
She's pro-green energy, which instantly makes me
yeah. The thing, yeah, I think that some people will. What we know about the way Twitter works is that it's. I don't think they did this on purpose, by the way, because I don't think Jack meant this when he invented this platform. I really don't think he did, because Jack doesn't come off that way to me. But I think it was a total action or accident of not realizing that when you send out a tweet and then you immediately see the like retweet kind of thing, that it gives people this like instant gratification that what they have said is funny or intelligent or whatever, and it makes it highly addictive because once you get that hit of dopamine, you're going to want to come back for another and another and another. And so for a lot of people, at least, people who are terminally online in particular, but it's not their fault necessarily, because it basically created this strange sort of Skinner box. The only way I can describe Twitter is a giant Skinner box. Are you familiar with that?
I'm not.
So the Skinner box it's the mice. They put these mice in a cage.
Oh, it's Ron DeSantis spoke about this.
Oh, really? What did he say?
Let's see what they say. He spoke about this a while ago. But I just fucking read this. Elon Musk's offer to buy Twitter is a good deal for shareholders and raises the prospects that the platform will be a place where free speech can thrive, not a tool for narrative enforcement. Based Florida man. Oh,
yeah,
he
Arthur
was on with
reach
Tucker
out to
as
me
well.
tomorrow. Arthur, we'll talk tomorrow. But because I know how much later I'm gonna be up tonight. But to go in real quickly into into Skinner's research, what he found is he put mice into these cages, and they had this button they could press, and when they pushed the button, a treat would come out. And so they'd sit there and they'd keep pressing the button. They'd keep pressing the button over and over again, and then because they want more treats, because of course they want a reward. And what would happen is that over time, the amount of times that the hey Sebastian Planting, the amount of times that the mouse would have to push the button became more and more and more and more, and the mouse would just sit there and press the button over and over and over and over until it could get its treat. It would still keep doing it even if it no longer received a treat for days, just still sitting there pressing the button over and over again. Huh?
It's like a drug, basically.
Yeah, well, because it's expecting the hit, the pleasure that it got, the treat. It's expecting it, and then it doesn't matter even if it's removed. It takes a while for that to be unlearned. And Twitter, as long as it's there, is that Skinner box where people just sit there.
I just read this tweet. The white man pretending to be a black who grifts off the black community. How the fuck does Elon grift off the black community? You fucking moron.
Because he's more
Elon
African
Musk
than Sean
is basically
King.
a Klansman. Oh, shut the fuck up, you retarded
It's literally because he's more African than Sean King. That's why.
No, this is just stupid. Just please stop. Like, this is embarrassing.
I thought that would make you mad, yeah.
It's not mad. It's just like disappointing. Like, I hate that I share a planet with you. Like, your existence offends me. The fact that you breathe oxygen pisses me off.
Well, dude, okay, to be fair, I think almost everyone feels that way about Talcum X. You know what I mean? He is a fundamentally unlikable human being. Although, did you see his buck? I haven't watched the whole thing, but did you see the key takeaways from his buck breaking documentary?
No, because I would never watch anything where he.
Oh my god, no! You should. It's hilarious. It's porn.
He's
it's clearly
paler than I am as well.
It's clear. No, it's clearly a fetish, though. Wait, that wasn't Sean King. That was the other guy. Oh shoot, what's his name? Tariq Nasheed. Not Sean King. Sorry, I got the two race grifters mixed up. I got the two race grifters mixed up. I don't think Sean King's on a documentary. But you know, like Sean King's just an idiot. He's just a total.
He's dumb as fuck.
Well, no shit. His life is about he couldn't get a scholarship, so he reapplied as a black person, and he's lived his entire life pretending to be black ever since.
Like
and realized it because he realized that he could get away with stuff and make a living by pretending to be black. Yeah, Hasselhoff. Sorry, I correct myself. I thought I couldn't remember it was Talcum X or Tariq Nasheed, but yeah, it was Tariq Nasheed, who's you should watch just some excerpts from the Buck Breaking documentary because it is certainly something. He commissioned art of white slave owners raping black slaves in like a lot of art, so he could put it in his film because it's clearly his fetish. It's his thing.
Yeah, that's the white half of him kicking in.
Tariq is quite dark. I don't know how white he is. I mean, Sean King is just a white guy with a fade, right? You're just a white guy with a fade. You're not fooling anybody. Anywho, I'm starting to run out of steam. However, well, I think it was because I was so excited about this whole thing. 'Cause it's so funny and it's so amazing. But where are you feeling, Spoon? Are you about? How are you feeling?
Sleepy.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we have all celebrated though here for the last 2 hours the happening that hopefully will lead to good things and not bad things. The CEO of the Ratio, Elon Musk, has in fact bought Twitter, and I do think some things will change, but I'm just skeptical about how far that goes.
Well, let's see what our boy does.
We'll see.
I have faith in my countrymen. If for anything other than to piss people the hell off.
Yeah, if nothing for that, it'll be fun to see how he pisses people off. That's what I look forward to, is seeing people get pissed off. Anywho, guys, sorry, Clover, we're gonna head up. We'll be live though on Wednesday, probably around 8:30 GMT, which I think is 3:30 EST, which would be
we actually have a good time.
11. Do we?
Yeah, I want to talk about the Florida and the Disney thing.
Oh yeah. We'll be talking about Florida and Disney again, and probably some other stuff. But anywho, we'll see you guys if you enjoyed the stream, and thank you guys for showing up to have some fun laughing at Twitter with us for a little bit. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Take care and bye-bye.